Hello my friends and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we were somewhere I forgot. We did Balamp and we did something. Oh no, we stopped right before the Trivia Garden. Oh, I remember. Yeah, Selphie told us to please investigate the Trivia Garden, which was attacked by the Garbadian rockets, and well, yeah, we found the garden right where it was supposed to be, in a state it was not supposed to be. So yeah, without further ado, let's check it out. It's funny how she's peeking like to the solid wall. I wonder how this ring is even staying up, like being unpowered like this. So yeah, Selphie going in and yeah, we're just following. Cause yeah, if there are some survivors, they might need our help. Inside a garden, monsters? I don't know. I don't think monsters can climb those walls. So yeah, you all stay there. I'll just go look after Selphie and the garden and who or whatever we might find. People. Thunder God. So yeah. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, navigating this area is a little bit complicated. Because, yeah, where you can exit a certain a screen is kind of hard to see. Like for example, this exit here. Yeah, you dream of the Tombury King, we got him. Can I talk to you? No, I can't. Hello, Cash. Oh, goodbye, Cash. I got the feeling that Trivia Garden was really small, even compared to the Balamp Garden. Like, they're the tech squad and there are 2 people. Oh, never mind. Apparently this is just the text what after the strike. Then everything's okay. So yeah, let's see what they can do. Oh, I think that was Selphie's datasheet. How does this guy have access to Selphie's data? I don't think I want to know that actually. Some people here too. Kids. Oh, now Selphie is here. She sure has a knack with kids. Unsurprising. I mean, she's basically half a kid herself. Oh, I can walk. Okay, so may I pass, please? No, I may not. Kids, get out of my way. Thank God. What's with you, boy? Can't talk to you. Okay, so the basketball court is actually to the left here, which took me, I don't know, too long to find the first times. Oh, now I can talk to you again. The cemetery. She was to the left just a second ago, but let's check the cemetery. I don't think you actually need to trigger these little dialogues with Selphie. Like this one, or... Oh, hello drop point. Now we know why Selphie was so adamant about this school festival thing. And I think it's really sad. I mean, sure, before the Trivia Garden was attacked, it was just like she probably planned to invite the people from Trivia there. But I mean, since the attack, sure, she was a little down right after it, but she hasn't changed much since then, and I think that really shows how strong of a person Selphie actually is, to be this happy and lighthearted despite this. And we can actually not go to her. Yeah, drop point, I don't give a fuck. So yeah, this apparently is all that she has to say. And yeah, I think it's really great to hear. To see that also the persons beside Squall and Vinoa have quite a bit of personality, and it's just not that obvious. So yeah, let's go to the basketball court. Oh wait, this is not the basketball court. Don't know what they're talking about, but I suspect this should not be here. You know, I wouldn't just remove it. I would reverse engineer it and just, you know, steal some of the Gabadian technology. Hey, can you go here? No, you can't. Okay. But yeah, then this direction is where the... Yeah, this is where the court is. Well, remains of the court, actually. Oh, another one of these scenes. Who do I talk to not trigger? The next scene, the continuation. I think it's either Renoir or talking to all of them. So that's why I'm going this way around. This is kind of a stupid question though. I mean, we know what the Selphies did before. We were told during the end of the Nog episode. Come on. Okay, maybe leaving will help? Ah yes, leaving will help. And she's brought us a ball. Just imagine this. Imagine when at the seat exam we saw Selphie the first time in the high definition. Okay, so it wasn't really high definition, but in the little film sequence when she toppled over the rocks. Imagine this girl talking about revenge. I mean, she's really got a very... Her mask of her everyday happiness and her childishness really... It really hides a lot of her personality. And actually, this, despite its trivial circumstances, this is a very important dialogue, so I advise you to read carefully and also cross-reference it with what you know about each of the characters, because I think there are very important parts for Renoir and for many other characters too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know what to say to the scene because I don't remember the exact flow of the dialogue, so I don't want to spoil anything. Actually, now that I think about it, when we first met Renoa, she was quite well, I don't say that Time Bar Owls were a competent group, but Renoa was kind of a leader figure to that group. She took things in her head, just like Squall said, took things in her head and was able to put down her foot, stuff like that. And ever since, she's gradually becoming more and more passive and you could say weak. It's something that's really like in the Link City, she at least tries to, but she's getting very rash and her plans really flawed. And then yeah, I think that's the prime example during the story. And now this, when she's telling us, of course. And I think that's not just because they thought, hey, she needs to be the damsel in distress. I mean, this may be part of it, yes. But I do think they do have reasons for how Renoa's character develops. And after all, you got to think that everyone except her was raised in a garden. Or at least was part of a garden for a long time. I don't know how it's with Irvine. And so they are all, well, I don't want to say they are raised soldiers, but they are accustomed to battle from a relatively young age. And Renoa just took up fighting by principle, so she didn't really pick up fighting, she just picked up resisting, and fighting was one way for that. And even then they weren't really a bloodthirsty group, so I think this scene really fits that she's not on par with the rigorous training that the Seeds and Irvine have endured. Haha. About the throne, not about the orphanage. You do have to say though, things get a little bit cheesy here. So, just wait for it, and then afterwards we'll talk. I can really imagine Irvine's, you guessed it, becoming more and more cautious, like, at first Selphie's there, and he's like, you guessed it! And then Quiz is kind of his, you guessed it? Oh, no more people, okay. So yeah, you kinda get where this is going, I think. Oh, hello Squall. And I know so many people who have a real problem with this scene. Because, yeah. So, I'm gonna go back to the Squall is dead theory, like, with this just being imagination. I mean, we meet Irvine relatively short before the end of this one, and let's just imagine. So everyone was at this orphanage, and yeah, well, some people kind of forget about it, but Irvine still kind of know it, remembering. So then he gets called out. So yeah, here you gotta do a job with some Balam seeds. And he probably even knows that his old childhood friends are in the Balam garden. So he's like, yeah, whatever. And then he gets called out. So Irvine Kenny is here, come on, do your job. Join this group. And then he's like, oh wait, those are the people, those are my childhood friends, because let's face it, they sure 10, 15, no, not 15, but let's say 10 to 12 years have passed, but he said he recognized them, so let's say they are recognizable. And yeah, he's not reacting to it in any way. He's like, on the contrary, he's hitting on Quizzes and Selfie, if I recall correctly. Or was it Quizzes and Renoir? Something like that. And like, people say that it just doesn't fit, and that this whole fact that we are being revealed to right now is just like a way to give the by which Squall, who's always been very secluded and may actually have been in an orphanage, is trying to yeah, like Squall's subconscious trying to give him a more, yeah, a feeling of not being, that he won't be forgotten, that he will, that he's connected to people, that he's not so alone as he always appears to be. I mean, even Cypher being there, like, the hell? So yeah, I mean, let's face it, this is... What the hell is Mudvin? What the hell was Madwin supposed to mean? Cypher is also the only one not going by a making nickname. But yeah, whatever. And no, just... I mean, let's face it. I don't think it's a bad plot device. It is kind of cheesy though, and it is of course highly improbable because... as you can see, some of them were adopted, like Zell. And we never have... I mean, for all the people who were in the Balam Garden, like Quistis, Safer, Squall... Yeah, those four. They apparently met during the stay in the Balam Garden, so we can't count on those. But when he met when he met Selphie the first time, no recollection, nothing. So this really comes all of the sudden and out of the nothing. And so yeah, and back to the start. Many people think that this is just, it doesn't fit with the facts on City 1. So this shift that the game makes from a rather realistic setting to this to incorporating more and more fairy tale like traits. This is part of it. Like, I mean, it's in the fairy tales. It's the same. When there's the hero or heroine and someone's after their life, it's never just someone. It's either the king, or it's their own stepmother, or it's always someone, either really someone archetypical and or someone related. And well, yeah. Now, before those, our group did not share any relations. At least not those kind of relations.